Hardest thing I ever had to do in my life? Probably wake up every morning and go to school. That's probably about the extent of it. Best thing that's ever happened in my life is pretty much waking up every morning, knowing the sun's still shining, and there's a different day and everything's gonna be okay.
Tell the story about that. How many buildings were on fire? 6?
8 total.
Now come on.
Kept
How did
spreading.
8? Wow.
Kept spreading. The whole barn burned. Look, everything burned.
That's a tinderbox, man.
And he could tell the story. He was there. I was working abroad.
Get out of here.
That's Kurt, right there.
Holy cow.
And Matthew.
Look at you handsome guys.
The field day has been in existence. When I was a little kid, there was a Hortonville field day, and people have been coming to it. My father was a Hortonville fireman, and my mother used to work at field day, and that's when we served the ham dinner out of that old firehouse over there, if you can believe that, on field day. We didn't have a chicken barbecue, we had a ham dinner.
Well, an old-time member told me once they're firemen and firefighters. A good fireman will come to everything, including drills, calls, meetings, fundraisers, whatever the case may be. Some guys are just firefighters. When the tones go off, they come up, they do their job, and they go home. But fortunately, in our department, there's quite a bit of work to be done here with the fundraising and stuff. So. You know, it's not just about the calls and drills. It's more or less, you know, the fundraisers and stuff. Putting your time in for the field day. We got 2 breakfasts, takeout chicken barbecue. You know, it doesn't stop. So, the tent details. Got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, some things are funny. Afterwards, I went back to Guinan. I lost my jacket that night, and I couldn't find it. And I was helping guys get gear on. Bottles and tanks and what have you, and well, it lasted on. That was fully involved fire when we got there, and boy, in a couple hours it started to cool off. They had the fire knocked down, and I better go get my jacket. I went back to David's truck, crawled in from the other side of the truck. Where the heck did my jacket go? I must have lost it down over the bank. I walked over to him, and just as neatly as you could imagine, he had my jacket right over top of his. Mine was open. He had his pocket shoved full of radios and everything. And the first thing I said, "Dan, you know what happened to my jacket, do you?" And he looked at me, looked down, he said, "Wasn't a bit nervous, was I?" So we've had a real good laugh over that one for a long time. But he was the first one on the scene, and we had a worker.
I don't know where I'd be right now without the Hortonville Fire Department. You know, the fire department, like I said, is a brotherhood. It's a family. And what a great group of guys. You know, I consider them close friends, every one of them, you know. And I value the friendships that I've built, and I value the experiences that I've had. And, you know, the biggest thing is 100 years is a big number. You know, 100 years of service to your area is a big number. And to be as dedicated as some of our guys still are really says a lot about our department. But, you know, my biggest thing is that we are growing. We'll continue to grow. And we'll continue to learn from the past. We'll continue to learn from the guys who have been there and done that. And I know if the alarm goes off and we go to a call, that I know that I'm safe with the guys I'm with, because we have that family atmosphere. You know, we're not just guys that show up every Thursday night or to a call. We do a lot of things together, and I think that's what's most important.
To me, especially in a small town like this and all being volunteer, it's a community within a community. The reason I'm doing this, I've been living up here for 8 years now, maybe half of my weeks now, and I wanted to give back a little bit because I get so much out of this place. And I found through the few friends that I had that introduced me to this department, now I have 40 or 50 other new friends that are a lot more like brothers and sisters, actually. I haven't belonged to something like this for quite some time. You know, whether it's a college football team or, well, I was never in the military, but I can imagine somewhat this is like that, except a little more regimented. But it's its little community within a little community within a much larger community, which is the human race. I'm not trying to wax poetic here or anything like that. It's good to serve. It's good to give back. And I, at this point, because it's still pretty new to me, but I hope this doesn't go away, I get as much, if not more, out of this. It's a sense of belonging, I guess, and most importantly, a sense of community, as I've discussed before, and volunteering. There isn't enough of that going on in this world in general, and with something like this, it gives me an opportunity to not only talk about it, but actually get out there and do something about it.
This is your extended family. This is, everybody here's family. You know, and especially, you know, way back when we first joined, everybody was always here supporting each other. Didn't matter what time it was, didn't matter what. I can remember coming down here on Saturdays, middle of winter. Start at 9 o'clock, we wouldn't leave until 6, 7 o'clock at night. The times we spend together is the heart of the fire department. You know, the more time you spend with your guys, the better you and your guys will be in a call or anything else, because it's an unbreakable bond. You know, everybody's there for everybody. You go to a fire call, it's the same thing. You know, the guys that are always training together and doing stuff together, they're gonna do a good thing when they go in.
I really want to say thank you, fire department. Thank you, everybody that's in this department. You've really impacted my life. You've brought me up. You've motivated me to do real well in my life. I'm passing school now. I'm actually going to school. I have something to look forward to every Thursday night. And I'm just happy that you guys actually accepted me into here, even though all I've done. Thank you.
Aim! Fire! Fire! Fire!
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the lights from above.
Oh, I think most times just a simple thank you to everyone that's ever tried to help me. It's just about as much as I can give. I'd have to say thank you to all that have tried to help and support me and, you know, work with me. Sometimes just working with me can be a bit of a chore. So, yeah, I'd have to say thank you.